What if simply holding the crystal could open streams of income into your life? At first, it may sound mystical, even unbelievable. After all, how could a stone affect your money? But crystals have carried symbolic meaning for centuries. Ancient cultures saw them as vessels of energy, tools for grounding, and symbols of clarity. A clear quartz was seen as the master healer, amplifying whatever intention you placed upon it. Amethyst was associated with calm, intuition, and wisdom. Citron became known as the merchant's stone, believed to attract prosperity and success. Whether you believe in their energy or not, there's one undeniable truth. Holding a crystal can serve as a powerful anchor for focus. Please pay attention. That's why I have a simple invitation for you right now. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell to receive every practice and teaching on abundance. Like this video and share it with someone who also needs to connect with the frequency of prosperity. And write in the comments, I choose abundance now. And focus is exactly what most people lack when it comes to money. You might have ideas for making extra cash or dreams of financial freedom, but without concentration, they slip away. Distractions pull you in every direction, leaving you exhausted at the end of the day with nothing new built. That's where the crystal enters not as magic, but as a reminder. When you hold it in your hand, it becomes a physical symbol of your intention. It's a cue to your brain. This moment is for focus. This moment is for wealth. Now imagine pairing that ancient symbol of focus with something entirely practical. A side hustle. Side hustles are one of the most reliable ways to expand income. They don't require you to abandon your main job or take massive risks. Instead, they open new doors, diversify your income streams, and give you control over your financial growth. Maybe it's freelancing online, offering tutoring, consulting in your area of expertise, or even selling digital products. Whatever the form, a side hustle is an additional stream of cash flow that can evolve into something much bigger over time. Here's where the magic happens. The crystal gives you the mental clarity to stay consistent, and the side hustle gives you the tangible result of more money. One feeds the other. Imagine starting your day by holding the crystal, breathing deeply, and declaring, I attract streams of wealth. With that clarity, you sit down for one focused hour to build your side hustle. Over days and weeks, those focused hours compound. What started as a single crystal in your palm becomes a growing stream of income in your account. So the crystal is not just a stone, it's a tool for concentration, a symbol that shifts your mindset from scattered to focused. And the hustle is not just extra work, it's a pathway to freedom, a practical action that turns intention into results. Together, they form a bridge between energy and action, between the mystical and the scientific, between your dreams and your reality. Holding the crystal grounds your intention. Building the hustle multiplies your income. That combination has the power to transform not just your finances, but the way you see possibility in your life. Here's the promise. When you combine the clarity of a crystal with the strategy of a side hustle, you open yourself to new streams of income and abundance that were always available to you, but hidden by distraction, fear, or doubt. A crystal may not deposit money into your account, but it can do something just as valuable. Sharpen your focus, ground your energy, and remind you daily of your intention. And when that focus is directed toward building a side hustle, you suddenly create a bridge between your inner clarity and your outer results. Crystals are often misunderstood as magical shortcuts, but their real power lies in symbolism and anchoring. When you hold one, you are reminded to slow down, breathe, and direct your mind toward what matters most. It becomes a daily ritual of choosing clarity over chaos. That clarity then feeds your side hustle, the project that turns intention into action. Without clarity, many people start side hustles and abandon them quickly, distracted by overwhelm or self-doubt. With clarity, you stick to the plan, showing up consistently until your small steps add up to big results. The promise is that energy plus action equals expansion. The crystal provides the energy, the inner alignment, the focus, the discipline. The side hustle provides the action, the hours of work, the skills applied, the services offered. Alone, each is incomplete. A crystal without action is just a stone. A hustle without focus often becomes scattered or abandoned. But together, they create momentum. Imagine holding a crystal each morning and declaring, "I attract streams of wealth." This is more than words, it's a psychological cue. You're training your mind to expect abundance and to act in alignment with that expectation. Then, when you dedicate even 1 or 2 hours daily to your side hustle, you're giving your intention a channel to manifest. You're transforming inner focus into external income. And the results can be life-changing. A side hustle can start as a trickle, an extra $200 a month, maybe covering groceries or a utility bill. But with consistency, it can grow into thousands monthly. It can become a safety net, a debt repair, or even the seed of a new career. And it all begins with the promise that a small focused ritual can shift your energy enough to unlock doors you once overlooked. So here's the essence of the promise. When you bring together the grounding clarity of a crystal and the multiplying effect of a side hustle, you align your energy with your effort. You create an unstoppable combination of inner strength and outer growth. And in that space, new income streams don't just feel possible, they start to appear. Steadily, reliably, and abundantly. Stories bring ideas to life, and Alex's journey shows exactly how a simple crystal ritual, paired with consistent side hustle action, can transform not only income but also identity. Alex had always dreamed of having more financial freedom. He worked a stable job, but like many people, his paycheck barely stretched far enough. At the end of each month, he was left with little to save, and his dreams of traveling, paying off debt, or even building an emergency cushion felt distant. He often thought about starting a side hustle. He had design skills he could use for freelance work, but every time he sat down to plan, he felt scattered, overwhelmed, and doubtful. He would open his laptop, scroll through opportunities, and then close it again, telling himself he'd start tomorrow. Weeks passed, and nothing changed. Then, a turning point came when a friend gave him a small clear quartz crystal as a gift. The friend explained, "This stone represents clarity. Use it to focus your energy." At first, Alex was skeptical. How could a stone make a difference in his finances? But something about it intrigued him. He decided to try an experiment. Each morning, before work, he would hold the crystal in his hand, close his eyes, and repeat a single affirmation. "I attract streams of wealth." Something shifted almost immediately. The act of holding the crystal became a grounding ritual. It gave Alex a moment of calm before the day began, a chance to center himself and remember what he truly wanted. That small moment of clarity began to spill into other areas of his life. Suddenly, when he sat down in the evenings after work, he didn't feel as scattered. He felt focused, energized, ready. With that clarity, Alex finally started his freelance design side hustle. At first, it was just one client project, small but significant. He committed to dedicating 2 hours each evening, and each time he felt tempted to skip, he would hold the crystal for a moment and remind himself of his affirmation. The crystal had become more than a stone, it was his anchor. Within a few months, Alex was landing steady projects. His evenings of focus turned into extra income, and he began to notice the difference. Suddenly, he wasn't just covering bills. He was saving, paying off debts, and even treating himself without guilt. Within a year, his side hustle income had doubled what he made monthly at his day job. The combination of ritual and discipline had changed his trajectory. Looking back, Alex credits the crystal with giving him clarity and the side hustle with giving him results. "The crystal didn't magically bring me money," he explained, "but it kept me grounded. It reminded me daily of my intention. That focus made me show up, and the side hustle made me grow." His story is proof that clarity plus consistent action creates streams of wealth. It begins with a ritual, but it expands into a reality that transforms your entire financial life. If you want to open new streams of income, The most practical step you can take is dedicating consistent time to a side hustle. Not just once in a while, not when inspiration strikes, but every single day, even if it's just 1 to 2 focused hours. Think of it the same way you think of exercising or brushing your teeth. A daily ritual that, over time, creates powerful results. Many people overestimate what they can do in one big burst of effort, but underestimate what they can do through steady, consistent focus. A side hustle doesn't demand 40 hours a week. It demands rhythm, commitment, and clarity. 1 to 2 hours a day might seem small, but multiplied over weeks and months, it adds up to dozens of hours invested in building new income streams. That's the difference between wishing for more money and actually creating it. So how do you apply this? Start by identifying a side hustle that matches your skills and interests. Do you write well? Explore freelance writing. Have an eye for design? Offer graphic design or social media content services. Are you good at teaching? Try tutoring or creating digital courses. Enjoy selling? Look into e-commerce or dropshipping. The opportunities are endless, but the key is choosing one that feels aligned with you, because alignment fuels consistency. Once you've chosen, set a non-negotiable block of time every day. It doesn't matter if it's early in the morning, during your lunch break, or after dinner. What matters is that it happens. Use this time for focused work, pitching clients, creating products, delivering services, or learning skills that improve your hustle. Just as important, remove distractions during this time. Put your phone on silent, close unnecessary tabs, and remind yourself, this hour is for building my streams of wealth. Now here's where the crystal becomes more than just a symbol. Use it as your trigger. Before starting your side hustle session, hold the crystal in your hand, take a breath, and declare, I attract streams of wealth. This tiny ritual sets your mind into focus mode. It anchors your intention and signals to your brain that it's time to create, not consume. Over time, those 1 to 2 hours compound. You might start with a single client or a small sale, but as you build, your income grows. The side hustle that once felt like an experiment can grow into a reliable second stream of income or even your main one. And it all comes from a daily choice to dedicate time and focus. So here's the financial tip. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for a huge block of free time. Start now. Commit to 1 or 2 hours each day. Pair your focus with a ritual, stay consistent, and let those hours build your freedom. Small, steady actions create streams of wealth that can change your entire financial future. Crystals have long been seen as more than just stones. Across cultures, they have symbolized energy, clarity, and alignment. Ancient civilizations carried crystals for protection, guidance, and prosperity. Clear quartz was believed to amplify intention. Citron was known as the merchant stone for attracting wealth, and amethyst was used to calm the mind and sharpen intuition. Mystically, crystals serve as anchors of focus, physical reminders that your energy can be directed and your intentions amplified. When you hold a crystal, you're not just touching a piece of earth, you're connecting with a symbol. That symbol tells your mind, be still, be clear, be focused. It transforms an ordinary moment into a ritual. And in that ritual, you shift from being scattered and distracted to being intentional and grounded. This mystical symbolism has power because it influences your psychology. The crystal doesn't magically create money, but it creates a state of focus where you can build money with clarity and consistency. Science backs this up in fascinating ways. Psychology tells us that rituals, no matter how simple, create structure for the brain. When you perform a small action with meaning, like holding a crystal before working on your side hustle, your brain associates that object with focus. Over time, it becomes a trigger for productivity. This is known as anchoring in behavioral science, linking a physical cue with a mental state. Just as the smell of coffee can wake you up, holding a crystal can prepare you for disciplined work. Now, let's connect this to side hustles. Scientifically, Building multiple streams of income is one of the most effective ways to increase financial security and long-term wealth. Economists emphasize the importance of diversification, not only for investments, but also for income sources. Relying on a single paycheck leaves you vulnerable. Adding a side hustle diversifies your cash flow, reduces risk, and gives you more opportunities for growth. Studies show that individuals with secondary income sources report greater financial stability and confidence. Here's where mystical and scientific overlap beautifully. The crystal ritual provides the mindset, while the side hustle provides the method. The ritual calms your nervous system, reduces overwhelm, and helps you stay consistent. The hustle uses that consistency to build tangible results: clients, sales, cash flow. The crystal is energy, the hustle is execution. One without the other is incomplete. Together, they create harmony between spirit and strategy. Even neuroscience supports this combination. When you combine intention with action, you strengthen neural pathways in your brain. Each time you hold the crystal and declare your affirmation, you're reinforcing belief. Each time you follow that with side hustle work, you're reinforcing behavior. Belief plus behavior rewires identity. Over time, you stop seeing yourself as someone trying to make extra money and start seeing yourself as a creator of new wealth streams. So the mystical truth is this: crystals anchor your focus. The scientific truth is this: side hustles expand opportunity. Together, they align inner clarity with outer prosperity. That's how you transform energy into income, intention into action, and dreams into results. The true power of this practice lies in its simplicity. By combining the focus of a crystal with the consistency of a side hustle, you create a ritual that grounds your intention and channels it into daily action. Here's how to bring it to life step by step. Step 1. Choose your crystal. Select a crystal that resonates with you. Clear quartz is excellent for focus and amplification. Citron is often called the merchant's stone, believed to attract prosperity. Amethyst can help calm your mind and sharpen intuition. Don't overthink it. What matters most is choosing one that feels right to you. Step 2. Create a ritual space. Designate a small spot in your home as your focus space. Place your crystal there, along with a notebook or journal. This doesn't have to be elaborate. Even a corner of a desk works fine. The key is consistency. When you sit there, your mind knows it's time to focus on creating wealth. Step 3. Anchor with intention. Each day, before working on your side hustle, pick up your crystal and hold it in your hand. Close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, and declare aloud, "I attract streams of wealth." As you say it, imagine golden light flowing from the crystal into your mind and body, filling you with clarity and focus. This symbolic act turns an ordinary moment into a sacred one. Step 4. Dedicate 1 to 2 hours. Now take immediate action. Open your laptop, grab your tools, and commit at least 1 hour to your side hustle. This could mean reaching out to clients, creating content, learning a new skill, or delivering work. The crystal ritual isn't meant to replace action, it's meant to prepare you for it. Let the clarity it gives you fuel your productivity. Step 5. Track your progress. Keep a simple journal in your ritual space. Each day, write down what you accomplished in your side hustle and any income you generated. Even small wins matter. Over time, this record becomes evidence that your focus is paying off. It also builds momentum, making it easier to stay consistent. Step 6. Close with gratitude. When your side hustle time is finished, hold the crystal one more time. Whisper, "I create new streams of wealth." Then place the crystal back in its space. This small closing act signals completion and leaves you with a sense of accomplishment and gratitude. Repeating this ritual daily reinforces a powerful cycle: intention, action, reflection, and gratitude. The crystal keeps your focus sharp, and the side hustle transforms that focus into income. Over weeks and months, These small sessions compound into new skills, new clients, and new streams of wealth. What once felt overwhelming becomes automatic, natural, and deeply rewarding. By anchoring your daily hustle with a ritual, you're not just building money, you're building discipline, confidence, and identity as someone who consistently attracts and creates abundance. Every ritual needs a seal, a final phrase that locks the energy in place and turns intention into identity. For the crystal focus ritual, that phrase is, I create new streams of wealth. At first glance, it may seem simple, but within these words is a code of transformation, a reminder that abundance is not passive, it is active, and you are the creator of it. Let's unfold the power of each part of this phrase. The first word, I, is about ownership. You are not waiting for someone else to give you permission or opportunity. You are not hoping luck will deliver prosperity to your door. You are declaring that you are the one with the power to act, to focus, to create. This is the shift from victimhood to leadership, from wishing to choosing. The second word, create, is the spark of action. To create is not to wait. It is not to dream without movement. To create is to bring something from the invisible world of thought into the visible world of form. When you say create, you align yourself with action, innovation, and momentum. You remind yourself that wealth is not stumbled upon, it is built, one decision and one step at a time. The next words, new streams, are expansive. They remind you that wealth is not limited to one paycheck, one career, or one path. Just as rivers branch out to feed the ocean, you too can build multiple streams of income that flow into your life. Saying new streams opens your mind to opportunity. It tells your subconscious to look for doors, ideas, and possibilities you may have ignored before. Finally, of wealth gives direction. You are not creating random busyness or empty activity, you are creating prosperity. Wealth is more than money. It is freedom, security, and the ability to live your life with choice. Each time you declare wealth, you are calling in not just dollars but the energy of abundance itself. When spoken together, I create new streams of wealth. The phrase becomes a powerful affirmation. It shifts you from hoping for opportunities to generating them. It reminds you that every side hustle session, every client email, every new idea is not wasted effort, but another stream opening up in your favor. Here's how to use it. After finishing your daily hustle session, hold your crystal and say the phrase 3 times. The first time, whisper it softly to anchor it in your subconscious. The second time, speak it firmly as a statement of identity. The third time, declare it loudly, as if sending a signal to the universe. Over time, this phrase becomes more than words, it becomes who you are, a creator, a builder. Someone who doesn't wait for abundance, but channels it into existence. Each time you hold your crystal and repeat it, you strengthen the bridge between energy and action. So let the phrase seal your ritual, your day, your identity. I create new streams of wealth. Now the crystal is in your hands, and so is your future. You've just seen how something as simple as holding a crystal for focus, combined with consistent action in a side hustle, can open streams of income and transform your life. But none of this will work if it stays only as an idea in your mind. Transformation begins when you declare it and when you take the very first step. So here's your moment of choice. Pause right now. Take a deep breath. Imagine you're holding a crystal, even if you don't have one physically with you yet. Feel the weight of it in your hand and imagine it glowing with golden energy. With your next breath, let that energy flow into your body, into your mind, into your spirit. As you exhale, release doubt, hesitation, and the voice that says, "Not now." Now make your declaration. Go to the comments and write these words with full conviction. I attract new streams. Don't just type it casually, type it as a promise. This is your contract with yourself, your signal to the universe, and your first step toward creating new income flows. And when you scroll through the comments, you'll see others doing the same. Each declaration is a stream. Each person adds energy. Together, we become a river of prosperity, carrying one another toward freedom. But there's more. After you comment, take a small action today. Spend one focused hour on your side hustle. Research opportunities, send a message to a potential client, or create something of value you can offer. Don't wait for the perfect plan. Start small, start now. That 1 hour, done consistently, can be the seed of the income stream you've been waiting for. And don't forget, this journey is not meant to be walked alone. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay connected here. Every video is designed to give you another ritual, another hack, another piece of energy plus strategy to keep your streams flowing. Think of this channel as your crystal of abundance, always here to help you focus, act, and grow. Finally, share this ritual with someone you care about. Maybe a friend who wants to pay off debt, or a loved one dreaming of more freedom. Invite them to hold their own crystal of focus and take their first step toward abundance. So let's seal this moment together. Take one more breath. Imagine golden energy filling you. And as you exhale, go comment right now. I attract new streams. This is your declaration. This is your start. And from this moment forward, your energy and your action will work together to create streams of wealth that flow endlessly into your life.